In a quiet southern town, people gathered every Sunday beneath a worn white tent. They came for one man, Caleb Turner, a preacher they called the Man Who Heals. They said his hands carried miracles, that his voice could lift the crippled and open the eyes of the blind. Caleb smiled from the pulpit, dressed in his bright white suit, his Bible shining under the lights. But behind that glow was a secret. Every healing was fake. The crowd didn't know that Caleb paid actors to limp, to cry, to fall, all to make his words sound divine. He told himself it was harmless. "I give them hope," he said. "That's better than truth." But when the applause stopped, the silence screamed louder than his sermons. One hot afternoon, as the crowd pressed against the tent, a small girl arrived in a wheelchair, her grandmother pushing her forward with trembling hands. "Please," the old woman said, "let him heal you." Caleb knelt beside her. The girl smiled and whispered, "Mama says you talk to angels." For the first time, Caleb's hand shook. His heart said, "Tell her the truth." But his pride said, "Perform." He placed his hand on her head, lifted his eyes to the heavens, and shouted, "Rise!" In the name of faith. Silence. The girl stayed still. The crowd shifted uncomfortably. Her grandmother began to cry, and Caleb walked off the stage in shame. That night, he didn't sleep. For the first time, he prayed, not to perform, but to be forgiven. Weeks passed. The crowd stopped coming. His name became a whisper, then a memory. One evening, Caleb saw the girl again. Outside a grocery store, her grandmother was helping her reach a can from the top shelf. He hesitated, then quietly said, "Let me help." The grandmother looked up. Her voice was calm, not angry, not bitter. "You don't have to pretend anymore, son," she said softly. "We knew you couldn't heal her. But your prayer gave her hope, and that meant something." Caleb's eyes burned. For once he had no sermon, only silence. "I'm sorry," he whispered. The little girl smiled. "It's okay," she said. "God doesn't need you to fix me. Maybe he just sent you to be nice today." That one sentence broke him and healed him all at once. Months later, the tent was gone. Caleb worked quietly at a shelter, cleaning tables and serving soup. No spotlight, no crowds, just peace. Sometimes people recognized him. "Aren't you that miracle man?" they'd ask. Caleb would smile gently and say, "No, but I've seen a few real ones." One spring afternoon, a volunteer ran to him. "Caleb, someone's here to see you." He turned and froze. It was Anna, the little girl from the wheelchair, now walking slowly, her legs trembling but strong. "I did it," she said proudly. "Therapy worked." Grandma says it's a miracle. Tears filled his eyes. He knelt beside her and whispered, "That's not my miracle, sweetheart. That's yours." As she walked away, sunlight spilled through the church window. And for the first time, Caleb understood what faith truly meant. Moral: even false prophets can find truth in humility, because redemption always begins where lies end. If this story touched your heart, remember, truth may hide in silence, but it never disappears. What do you think? Can a lie ever lead someone to do good? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you believe in the power of second chances, subscribe for more emotional, real-life stories that inspire and heal. Thank you for listening. Until next time, may your truth shine brighter than your fears.